We think of street food as a modern trend. Food trucks, pop-up markets, the buzz of city life. It feels like something that belongs to our fast-paced, ever-changing world, where convenience and flavor meet on every corner. But street food is actually one of humanity's oldest traditions, stretching back over 2,000 years. Long before hashtags and Instagram, people gathered around street stalls for a quick, satisfying bite. In ancient cities like Rome, Athens, Chang'an, and Mauryan India, grabbing a quick meal on the go was essential. These bustling metropolises were filled with vendors offering everything from savory stews to sweet pastries, feeding citizens from all walks of life. For many, street food made up half their diet. The sidewalk was their kitchen. It was a daily ritual, woven into the fabric of city living, where the aroma of fresh food filled the air. Most homes, especially Roman, lacked safe cooking spaces, so people adapted and ate in the streets. The narrow, crowded apartments often had no kitchens at all, making street vendors a lifeline for hungry families. This wasn't a luxury. It was the heartbeat of city life. Street food brought people together, creating a sense of community and shared experience. Buying food from a vendor connects us to the past in a way monuments can't. Every transaction is a living tradition, echoing the footsteps of countless generations. You can almost smell the roasting meats and baking bread that once filled ancient air. The sizzle, the smoke, the laughter. These are the sounds and scents that have always defined city streets. The street was the great equalizer. Everyone from laborer to philosopher was just hungry. No matter your status, everyone lined up for the same delicious food side by side. So, let's forget the idea of street food as a recent invention. It's a living link to our ancestors, a tradition that survived wars, empires, and revolutions. It's a timeless story of ingenuity, community, and the power of a simple meal. Street food is about more than just eating. It's about connecting, sharing, and celebrating life together. We'll peel back the layers of history, one bite at a time. Each dish tells a story, each flavor a memory passed down through centuries. And discover that while the world has changed, our love for a delicious, convenient meal in the heart of the action remains the same. The spirit of street food endures, adapting to every era. Let's begin our journey into the ancient world of street food, and see how this age-old tradition still shapes our cities and our appetites today. Ancient Rome wasn't just about gladiators and emperors. It was about the energy of the streets, the constant movement of people, and the vibrant pulse of daily life that echoed through every alley and marketplace. The air was thick with the smell of food everywhere, from dawn until dusk, as vendors prepared their specialties for hungry crowds. Street vendors, or popinai and koponai, lined every major road, fueling the city with quick, cheap, and diverse meals that catered to every walk of life. These vendors were the heartbeat of Rome, serving up sustenance to citizens from all backgrounds, from laborers to travelers. Forget lavish banquets. The average Roman street meal was humble but hearty. Simple food that filled the stomach and kept people going through long days. Flatbread with salt or wine, thick bean soups, sizzling sausages, and sweet honey cakes were just a few of the staples you'd find. Vendors worked from carts or small shops called thermopolia, with clay pots keeping food hot and ready for the next customer. These counters were the ancient world's answer to the modern diner, offering a quick, affordable meal to anyone passing by. You'd walk up, point to what you wanted, and be on your way in minutes. A system built for speed and efficiency, perfect for a bustling city. The Romans perfected fast food long before the modern era, creating a culture where eating on the go was not just accepted, but celebrated. These street-side eateries were a necessity, feeding workers, merchants, soldiers, and even children. Anyone who needed a quick meal to keep up with the demands of Roman life. The food wasn't fancy, but it was real. Fuel for an empire, made to be eaten quickly and enjoyed in the company of others. The concept of grabbing a hot meal on a bustling street corner? That's pure Roman innovation, a tradition that has survived for centuries. It's a reminder that convenience and community have always gone hand in hand, bringing people together over simple, satisfying food. The next time you grab a quick bite, remember, you're part of a tradition that powered an empire and still shapes our cities today. Street food was the true engine of Roman daily life, connecting people and fueling the city's relentless pace. And its legacy is still with us today, every time we eat on the go or share a meal in the heart of a busy city. Now, let's travel east to ancient China, a land where food was not just sustenance, but a celebration of culture and ingenuity. In the heart of cities like Chang'an, the air was alive with the sounds and smells of culinary innovation, as bustling markets became the stage for a daily food festival. Street food here meant small, flavorful bites, each one crafted to be both elegant and practical, perfect for busy travelers and locals alike. The undisputed star, the dumpling. Vendors expertly pleated delicate dough around savory fillings, then steamed them in bamboo baskets that perfumed the air with mouth-watering aromas, drawing crowds from every corner. Noodle soup was another beloved staple: hot, fragrant broth, springy fresh noodles, a handful of greens or tender meat, offering comfort and warmth in every bowl, no matter the season. Vendors took pride in their specialties: crispy spring rolls that shattered with each bite, sweet rice balls filled with surprises, each treat a testament to generations of skill. Skewered meats, seasoned with spices carried along the Silk Road, sizzled over open flames, adding a taste of distant lands to the local fare. These food stalls were more than just places to eat. They were fixtures in the city's daily life, their vendors' calls and laughter woven into the soundtrack of the streets. What's truly remarkable is how these traditions endure. The same dumplings and noodle soups remain street food favorites, connecting generations through shared flavors. The tools may have changed, but the experience hasn't. Watching a master at work, savoring that first bite, and feeling a sense of belonging in a crowd. Eating street food in modern Beijing is a direct link to ancient Chang'an, a living tradition that bridges centuries. It's a beautiful, unbroken culinary line through history, where recipes and techniques are handed down like precious heirlooms. And it all began with a simple dumpling on a bustling street, a humble bite that continues to tell the story of a people and their enduring love for food. In ancient Athens, beneath the Acropolis, there was alive with debate and the aroma of street food. While the wealthy dined at home, most Athenians relied on quick, flavorful bites from street vendors. The star was the ancestor of souvlaki, skewered, grilled meat, hot and savory, eaten right on the spot. Vendors also sold dried figs, nuts, olives, and small fried fish from the Aegean. Simple, portable, and delicious. Honey cakes or offered a sweet treat for busy citizens. Street food here reflected democratic ideals, accessible, open, and shared by all. Eating in thee was a ritual that connected philosopher and potter, politician and sailor. The food was honest, vibrant, and for the people. This legacy lives on in every Greek taverna and market today. Street food was the taste of the city, and the taste of democracy itself, a tradition as enduring as Athens. Our journey takes us to ancient India, where street food was woven into daily life. Markets brimmed with the scent of cardamom, turmeric, cumin, and chili, spices at the heart of global trade. Vendors sold fritters and fried snacks, early pakoras and samosas, crispy, spiced, and vegetarian. Flatbreads like roti or naan, cooked fresh and served with lentil stew or yogurt, were staples. Spices preserved food and added flavor, vital in a hot climate. Vendors, often masters of a single dish, set up near temples and markets, serving everyone from pilgrims to workers. The core of Indian street food, fried snacks, flatbreads, lentil stews, remains unchanged for millennia. Eating a samosa today is tasting history, a direct link to ancient, bustling markets. It's a living tradition, rich with flavor and heritage. How do we know what ancient people ate? Archaeology gives us the answers. Excavations reveal not just temples, but the remains of kitchens, markets, and eateries. Pompeii is the most vivid example. Over 80 preserved by volcanic ash, some with food still inside. Analysis shows dishes of pork, fish, beans, grains, even snails. Elsewhere, garbage pits yield animal bones, fish scales, seeds, and shells, clues to ancient diets. Pottery shapes hint at what foods were served, while chemical analysis of bones reveals long-term eating habits. These details let us reconstruct ancient menus with surprising accuracy. The evidence proves street food wasn't a sideshow, it was central to urban life. Every clay pot and charred seed tells a story of daily meals. Archaeology brings the ancient food scene to life, bite by bite, and confirms that street food was the lifeblood of the city. Eating on the street was always more than just a meal, it was a social event. In crowded ancient cities, the street was the living room where neighbors met, news spread, and business was done. Food stalls were the heart of this social network, drawing people from all walks of life. Vendors were more than cooks. They were connectors, sharing gossip and building community. Over a bowl of soup or grilled fish, the city became human and familiar. For newcomers, a food stall offered belonging and recognition. Street food gave not just nourishment, but identity and stability. This hasn't changed. Today's street markets still buzz with the same energy. People gather not just to eat, but to connect. The food is the reason, but the experience is about community. Sharing a simple meal remains one of our most powerful ways to belong. Many flavors we love today have ancient roots. Food history is a story of evolution, not revolution. Pizza traces back to Roman flatbreads like panis focaccius, topped with herbs and cheese. The hamburger and kebab descend from Greek grilled meat skewers. Indian curries and fried snacks evolved from ancient spice-laden dishes. Dumplings and noodle soups in Asia are made much as they were in Han China. These aren't just similar foods, they're part of an unbroken culinary lineage. Food is one of the most conservative aspects of culture. Flavors comfort us across generations. When we eat these dishes, we taste history itself. A simple meal connects us to the past and to each other. Every bite is a living story, shared across time. From Rome to China, Athens to India, street food is one of humanity's oldest, most resilient traditions. Born from necessity, it blossomed into a culture of ingenuity, community, and flavor. The soul of street food is about accessibility, craftsmanship, immediacy, and connection. Archaeology grounds this story in reality. Ancient counters and pots show us the roots of our favorite foods. The legacy of those first vendors lives on in every slice of pizza, taco, or bowl of pho. Each dish is a link in a chain stretching back millennia. Street food is the story of us, our adaptability, creativity, and need to come together. The most profound cultural expressions are found on the pavement, served hot and fresh. Next time you eat at a food cart, remember, you're part of a tradition as old as the city itself. Listen, savor, and know you're tasting history.